Hello everyone, and welcome to theskykid.com. Today I am sharing my personal review of the film Anya's Bell, under the title The Gravity of Innocence, Mason Gamble and the Beautiful Exile of Anya's Bell. The film surprised me. I knew Anya's Bell was an American production, so I went in with my guard up. Having watched so many European dramas, I've come to expect that American films can often be more emotionally manipulative. The opening reinforced that expectation right away. These almost too perfect suburban lawns, vintage automobiles idling in the background, the faint outline of leafy trees, and a musical score that is a bit overly dramatic and noticeable. I immediately braced myself for manipulation. But despite the defenses I had built, the movie bypassed my cynicism and reached something deep and inspirational. It might not be a masterpiece of gritty realism, but it achieves a profound emotional truth that genuinely enriches the viewer. And Mason Gamble is the phenomenal anchor who makes that touching story work. That perfect suburban neighborhood looks so clean and ideal on the surface, but it actually feels like a trap. There is this constant invisible judgment everywhere. Scott, Gamble, does not just appear rumpled and messy, he is carrying around this heavy, slow label that teachers and classmates keep putting on him. You can see how deeply he has started to believe it himself. What hit me hardest was realizing how much of his pain lives in those quiet moments when nothing is being said out loud. Then the story takes a turn I did not anticipate. Instead of the usual older male mentor template, Scott finds refuge with Anya, an older, blind black woman. When he retreats from the sun-dappled, glaring porch light into the shadowed hallway of her house, the rigid suburban rules seem to dissolve. It reminded me of the old man who used to fix my bike when I was a kid, an adult completely outside my family who offered a judgment-free space. In Anya's unseeing, accepting presence, both Scott and I felt the safety of being outsiders together. Still, the moments that truly stay with me come from Gamble's body more than any dialogue. It is difficult to reconcile that this is the same boy who once bounced through Dennis the Menace with all that hyperactive mischief. Interestingly, his alternative name on IMDb is listed as some kid who went on to do nothing. A self-deprecating joke that perfectly matches the un-Hollywood, grounded reality he brings to this role. Here he anchors the film's polished surface with something that feels completely unscripted and raw. When the emotional pressure mounts, there are no big theatrical speeches. Instead, the camera simply catches the subtle, downward shifts in his posture, the way he physically carries the weight of his isolation. That quiet, unflashy physical acting does all the emotional work, turning his internal struggle into something I could feel in my own chest. Anya's Bell does not shout for attention, and because it is a hard-to-find television movie, it almost completely passes under the cultural radar. Yet what lingers is its quiet, provocative beauty. It is a rare film that does not just entertain. It leaves a small, lasting mark, quietly inviting you to walk away from the screen a little more empathetic than when you first pressed play. Thank you for watching. If you have seen Anya's Bell, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Please subscribe to theskykid.com for more reflective film discussions.